Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the McFarlane DC Multiverse Earth 2 Society Batman. I've seen this guy nicknamed Tiger Stripe Batman or Hitler Mustache Batman. It's kind of a weird looking Batman figure, but kind of cool at the same time. I ordered this guy from Big Bad Toy Store. He arrived today, so let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see at the top, 22 moving parts. McFarlane Toys, ages 12 plus. DC Multiverse, Batman of Earth 2. Here he is in the package. We have a collector's card, display stand, and 4 interchangeable hands. One side of the package, Batman of Earth 2 from Earth 2 Society. Other side, Batman of Earth 2. At the bottom, there's his barcode if it helps. And on the back, here he is posed up from the comics. So with no further ado, let's open him up. Alright. Now that we got this figure out of the package, here he is with all the accessories laid out. We have a display stand, a collector's card, and 4 interchangeable hands. Before we load all that, let's talk about and check out this figure. So this is Batman of Earth 2. Now, Earth 2 has changed many times over the years. Earth 2 originally pre-Crisis on Infinite Earths, and then they changed. But of course, this is based off the modern Earth 2, which is a rebooted version of that Earth 2, which was already rebooted numerous times. It gets very, very convoluted and complicated. Now, this Batman is Richard Dick Grayson. In this universe, and I could be wrong about some of this is my best understanding, Thomas Wayne was Batman, but this is not the Flashpoint universe. This is a different universe where circumstances led to Thomas Wayne becoming Batman. And at one point, there was a Darkseid invasion. Basically, the entire world was destroyed. And I think Dick Grayson became Batman as part of the Resistance. I'm not 100% sure if Thomas Wayne's dead. I'm kind of assuming he is. That's a story behind this guy. Drop me in the comments below and correct me. I'm sure I got some of the details a little bit off. Now, when I look at this figure, the first thing I think is Tiger Stripe Batman. I don't know why. It's just the first thing I think of when I see him, especially when he has that claw hand. And then you look at his face and it's like, oh, that's Hitler Mustache Batman. This is based off a very unlikely base body, which is the Murder Machine and Cyborg base. And we'll check all that out shortly. In the meantime, let's take a look at this guy. So, starting with his face here, like I said, Hitler Mustache Batman, or, I don't know, it kind of makes me think of Wildcat, kind of sort of a cat vibe. It matches the sort of tiger strip outfit, which is not at all what it is. That's just the first place my brain goes to when I see him. White eyes, semi-short, semi-long, ears kind of medium. That extra piece of the mask is just really weird and distracting. I mean, what is this, Charlie Chaplin? I don't even know. Giant bat symbol, looks like an armored suit. The gold, the black, it all looks pretty good. Double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. I cannot believe they made a Batman with this base body. That is really unexpected. Utility belt's pretty cool. Cloth soft goods cape, made of that sort of shiny vinylish material. And of course, this does not have a bendy wire. It even has a slot where it should go in. A little hole at the bottom where you could probably insert your own. And I really, 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 really need to start doing that. I keep talking about it and just not doing it. Huge missed opportunity with these bendy wires. It's really, really, really frustrating because capes are so nice with them and they're just so much worse without them. Some of the capes are worse than others. His actually drapes down fairly nicely, and I don't care about this particular version of Batman nearly as much as some of the regular ones, but they're doing that. It's like 50-50, bendy wire, no bendy wire, blah, 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 blah. I'll try to beat that dead horse with a stick. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt, which looks just fine, except for that weird extension of the mask over his lip and mustache area. That just looks weird. And then, here's the figure, broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's check out his accessories, starting off the boring stuff. Here's his display stand, typical McFarlane display stand we've seen countless times before. And then his collector's card, as you can see, it's Batman from Earth 2, wearing that same gold and black costume. Batman of Earth 2, Earth 2 Society. On the back, there is a description. If you want to read that, pause now. As you can see, real name, Richard Grayson. And now for his hands. He has a total of 4 hands, 2 left hands, and 2 right hands. Here he is, with his first pair of hands, His right hand is a fist, and his left hand is a gripping hand with a trigger finger. And here's his second set of hands. His right hand is a semi-open hand, and his left hand has 3 batarangs in it. Kind of looks like claws. Now to check out the reused differences and similarities between this Batman and some previous DC figures. This is the body that debuted with Murder Machine, and the reason for Cyborg, who is a much more recognizable character. So let's check out the differences and similarities. So, obviously the heads are going to be different. Looks like the torso area is different. The stomach area is different as well. The diaper piece is also different, but then we have the arms. No shoulder pad. The arms all the way down to the hands the same. This is that same alternate hand that Batman has. And the legs down to the feet and boots are exactly the same as well. So it's not the exact same body, but the arms and the legs are the same. And I never would have guessed using this for Batman, but visually he looks pretty good. There are now 5 McFarlane DC Multiverse figures that utilize this base body. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at the figure and his accessories, let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing about 7.3 inches tall, which can translate to over 18 centimeters. And if you go to the top of the ears, about 7.6 inches tall. And for his articulation, starting with his head, of course he can rotate side to side. He can look up, not much, down a little bit. He can tilt his head from one side to the other. I'm sure you guys can hear it's very tight. Shoulders on a ball joint goes up more than 90 degrees. Up, down, around. He's got this butterfly ring between his shoulder and chest area. Increase the range of motion and cover the gap that would be there. Bicep cut. Double jointed elbows. His wrist can rotate and it's hinged. I mean, you can kind of see those sort of unnecessary details from Cyborg, but it kind of works with the aesthetic of the suit. Ball joint to his torso. Rotate around. Forward and back. It's kind of interesting how the armor lines up. Another one is waist. Rotate around. Forward and back. Between the two, pretty good range of motion. Legs. Almost completed splits. McFarlane style hip joints. Rotation is minimal at best. Almost not there. Legs go forward all the way. Back not much. Double jointed knees. And his ankle. You can see the old school ball joint because this was from base body used in year 1. Forward and back. Rotate. Tilt, rock, and to articulation. Here's this Batman on a rooftop of Gotham City. And a closer look at Batman holding his 3 batarangs about to strike. Now let's check him out next to some other action figures. Starting off with some other Earth 2 figures. Here he is next to some old school Earth 2 figures. We have Superman and Dick Grayson as an adult Robin. Now, this is not the same Earth 2 this Batman is from. This Earth 2 was sort of wiped out of continuity and Crisis on Infinite Earths, and was rebooted in the New 52, and the Rebirth, etc. Even though Dick Grayson as an adult Robin here is the Dick Grayson of Earth 2, I don't believe it's the same Dick Grayson that is Batman of Earth 2 here, because it's a different Earth 2. And I know that sounds complicated, and it is. I do believe these 2 characters are from the same Earth 2. Thomas Wayne was Batman, and then Dick Grayson eventually became Batman. And then Val Zod here is Superman of Earth 2. I assume it's the same Earth 2 as his Batman's from. So I guess Val Zod is a Superman of this Earth 2, not your traditional Clark Kent Superman. Although, numerous people are Batman in this Earth. So, who knows, maybe there's numerous Supermen. And I'm pretty sure Power Girl is from Earth 2, and some versions of Hunters as well. Not the main version from the DC continuity. Just looking at this Batman makes me think of a cross between Batman, Catman, Hellhound, and Wildcat, all mixed together. Now let's check him out next to some other McFarlane Dick Grayson figures. Here are all of 3 of McFarlane's Dick Grayson as Batman figures. And here, with all of McFarlane's Dick Grayson as Robin figures. Then, with all of my McFarlane Dick Grayson Nightwing figures. Now let's check him out next to some other recently released McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Here he is, next to the rest of his wave. We have Black Mass as Batman, Batman Incorporated Batman, Earth 2 Batman, Hush Riddler, and the DC Classics Batgirl and Scarecrow. Here's this Batman next to the two most recent Mega figures, Failsafe and Glow-in-the-Dark Bane. And here he is, next to the Batman Returns wave, Batman, Catwoman, Max Shreck, a couple of versions of Penguin, and his Penguin Commandos. Then, next to the pink and rainbow Batman figures. And now, with some more McFarlane paint variants, we have the cover recreation Emerald Twilight Green Lantern, Black White Accent Flashpoint Batman, and the Joker Eyes and Nightmare Superman figures. Here's this Batman, next to the Atom Smasher vs. Spectre 2-pack, and here he is, next to the 5th Digital Wave, Red Tornado, Batgirl, and Blackfire. Then, with the newest wave of Collector's Edition figures, both the regular and Platinum Chase variants of Batman with a Mobius chair, and Dr. Midnight. And now, next most recent wave of Page Punchers, Crisis on Infinite Earths, Joker and Cheetah, and Zero Hour, Superman Extant. And finally, with the Ben Affleck Batman that came with the Bat Cycle, and the Rebirth Batman 2.0. Now let's check him out, next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in, both scale and style-wise, in case you want to know which lines you could mix him with. Since he's a McFarlane toy, they are typically the 7-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of the larger action figure lines I collect, and then work my way smaller. And I'm going to include as many Batman figures as I can during these comparisons. Here he is, next to several different McFarlane DC Multiverse Batman figures. And now, with some Jack-specific resin figures and Diamond Select toys. Here he is, next to a tube of muffler and tailpipe sealant. Then, with both some Mattel and Jazzwares resin figures. And now, with some Mezco and Mattel Batman figures. Next, with some Mafex and Hasbro Marvel Legends. And finally, with some SH Figure Arts and Jazzwares Fortnite figures. So overall, it's a pretty cool looking Earth 2 Batman. Now the things I don't like about this guy, well, the sort of lack of accessories. He only has hands, no actual bat gadgets or anything like that. I mean, the 3 Batarang hand is pretty nice. The cowl just looks so weird. I mean, everything looks good, except for that lip area. It just looks so weird. And I realized McFarlane didn't design the source material. Now the actual body, I think it looks pretty cool. The gold and the black and the different sort of patterns. I like it. I want to sort of give him negative points for reusing the cyborg body, but I think it actually works really well with this color scheme, and I think it fits as Batman. Sculpt and paint job are excellent, very crisp. Articulation, pretty good. I mean, the ball joints are very dated in the ankles and the wrists. Now, the other big complaint about this guy would be a lack of bendy wire in the cape, and that is a huge issue. So honestly, when I'm going to rate him, I want to give him a 7. And I want to take off points for the cyborg reused parts, but I actually kind of think it looks good with this guy. But I am going to take points off for no wire in the cape, so we'll end this guy to 6.5. It's a nice looking Batman figure, but one I never thought I would have ever needed in my collection. Hell, I even forgot this version existed. I mean, I've seen it before on the comic covers. It is cool, though, and it's cool to get another Dick Grayson as Batman. So this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.